What if I told you Rick Ross wasn't who he says he is? I mean, now it wouldn't surprise you, would it? But would it also surprise you that the accent he's using now, he didn't have back on his earlier mixtapes? People down in Dade County, they know. If you had Rick Ross' first mixtapes, he wasn't rhyming like that. He was using bars, metaphors, and flow. It wasn't none of all this, oh, I'm on the break, oh, I'm moving a couple keys, oh, none of that. That stuff didn't exist. So, back when he made Hustling and Pushed It to the Limit, that's when he started to switch it up and do a little different stuff. Because remember, there was 2 mixtapes to Port of Miami. It was the mixtape, and then when they came with the album, some of them songs weren't on there no more. Now, when then Jay was interested in the project, because he got Yeezy and he brought in Ross, when he brought both of those to the table, and he heard Ross and he started dealing with Ross, and he decided that the song was so hot that they can come up there and make some noise with it. So Jay went and got Kanye, like, you know, yo, Yeezy, you do me a favor. I got this new artist. You might not like him, but his name is Rick Ross. He needs a Kanye beat, man. Can you hook him up? You know, do a little something for me. You know, try to help him out. So, Ye was like, yeah, I got a couple of joints. I'll play him like 1 or 2 and see how his flow pattern is. And then I'll give him something I think he could rock with. I would have gave it to Beans. So I think he's more like a Beans type rapper. So I give him this joint here. Go ahead. Boom. So Ye laced him with some fire. Then he started dropping his lines. And also, somebody came around during that time because they was working on some songs together. It was T.I., Kanye, and Jay, and they listening to this mixtape. And Ye had that same beat on there, and T.I. like, man, that you, Ye, you did that? Man, that night, man. I ain't gonna front, that real night. Man, you think I get that about you? Can I get that about you, man? Okay, boss man, I just want to know if I can get that beat about you. You know, our money green over here. Our money green. I don't know what Jay paying you for the beat, but our money green over here. So, Kanye was like, well, that was just for a mixtape. It should be alright. If you gonna put it on an album, and we gonna track it, for sure. Let's get this money. So T.I. ends up doing the beat to the same sample. Rick Ross' song is called Listen, and T.I.'s called Doing My Job, which is what they say on the hook. And actually, Rick Ross' version is better. The beat is not it's not T.I.'s beat. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for me to explain it, but if you listen to the songs, you can tell. T.I. is flowing to it. It's a problem, but it just don't really fit him. But if you listen to Rick Ross' version, you hear he sounds nothing like the Rick Ross that he is today. He's actually was better then. But if you listen to it, it fits Rick Ross' style completely. and they're the same beat. Now, Rick Ross was pissed because he felt Tip came in and stole from him. He came and heard his album and stole, and he came in there to try to bite off Rick Ross and what Ross was coming out with. So Ross was salty about it, and they was throwing a couple of jabs at each other on a couple of songs. But they just little touchy here, touchy there. But what was phony about it was Tip was there and Rick Ross is at the same place. He didn't confront Tip about nothing. That was the thing. It's like, okay, when they was doing Swagger Like Us, you ain't had nothing to say. You was right there. If you felt that way, he was right there. Tip was right there. You could have said something to Tip right there. They did Swagger Like Us and you didn't say snot. Nada. And here's another nugget to you, for the rest of y'all. T.I. people got approached by some of the Dipset people over Swagger Like Us. And when they did the Swagger Like Us song, they did it like a little mini diss song. But they was trying to push up on Tip to see how he, and Tip wasn't going. I'm going to tell you the truth. Tip really his mentality, y'all can call him a punk and all that stuff, but I'm trying to tell you, he wasn't backing down from nobody. You know what I'm saying? So when Jim Jones and them was, yo, Goonie Goo Goo, Goonie Goo Goo, all up in there, all in his face, yo, man, y'all over here, they biting our swag. Nobody, you see them, man, you rolling with the wrong ones, man. They over here biting our swag. Dude like 50 years old, biting young people's swag. He don't know nothing about them jeans. He don't know nothing about that, man. He wearing open-toe sandals. And then Cam, them, Cam couldn't really be into it as much as Jimmy them was, because Cam's gone. His mom had back-to-back strokes. So he had to make sure his mom was straight. So he was out the picture. But he had Jay and them under pressure when he was doing his thing. He was just in the middle of too many wars. Because Cam was the main one. What's with the peanut butter and jelly, Brazzy? You stupid. Camel face. So he was in it with him, 50, Buzz Monkey. Act like I didn't name your album Curtis. So, that's when rap was, big. It was rap. It was still rap. It was still hip hop, and all that stuff was going on. But now it's more civilized. I knew y'all would find a kick with that. But hey, follow the playlist. Enjoy this. Nothing came out of the beef. They actually sat down and talked it out. Because what was Rick Ross going to do to Tip? Tip at that time was a heavyweight. Then he got the gun case after the fact. And then everybody wanted to try him. So it is what it is. But that beef was not a beef at all. It was a misunderstanding. But you know how those go. It was cool that they got a chance to squash everything up and make peace with everybody. So, like I said, follow the playlist. I'm gonna have both songs on there in the description box, so y'all can see both of them at the same time. You gonna see, and y'all listen to them, and y'all tell me which song you thought was the best. I don't want anybody to say, "Oh, you hated on Rick Ross version." I actually said Rick Ross version was the best. So that's my opinion of the both songs. So y'all tell me what y'all think. I'm out.